Well, hey there, my friends. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you set aside a bit of your day to spend it with me. I love our time together. We're going to be creating a single page layout featuring the Hip Kit Club, and the collection is called Pocketful of Sunshine, and it came out in June. And we are going to be, we're not using a lot of paper. That's always fun, isn't it? But wait till you see the design we're going to create for this single page layout. Here is the single photo, and it's of my husband and I. He had asked me to go for a walk with him, and I looked up. I saw the cloud, the skies, and I thought, oh, got to take a selfie. And we did, and I absolutely love it. So I'll read you the journaling. It's kind of cute. And here is the journaling. That's all ready. And then we're going to be using this really cool chipboard. It's a ephemera pack, and it's all chipboard pieces that have that resist patterns on them that you can put ink on them. So we'll be using that. And then we're going to be using these different pieces of ephemera. So it doesn't look like much, but it's going to create a beautiful layout. So let me clear this away and we will get started. You ready to have some fun? All right. So the first thing I want to show you is the 12 by 12 piece of cardstock that came in the kit. How in the world did this move? There we go. All right, so this is the 12 by 12. And I obviously cut it down, but this is what it looked like. So what I did is I cut out this. I always think it's fun looking at the 12 by 12 thinking, how can I fussy cut it or cut it in a different way that it'll create a fun page? So here's what we did. We cut these two pieces. So this can always be used. Here's the back side. And now we're going to place these down so that one is up here and one is down here. And before we go any further, I want to do some background stamping along these areas on the outside. What is all this nonsense? So we're going to take this Stampin' Up color, Pretty in Pink. I love these Stampin' Up ink pads. All right. And we are going to lay a piece of that. These came in the old Close to My Heart stamp sets. So it's a piece of foam. Or you know what I can do? Oh my gosh, let's really think outside of the box. And let's just flip this over. Oh my gosh. Now I have to make sure I'm still in the middle. Okay, I had it all set. All right, but since we're going to be doing quite a bit of stamping, I thought this would be better. All right, so let's put these back down. Oh my gosh, so we don't need this. And we have our ink pad. And basically, I'm just going to be moving these, stamping, moving them, and that's it. Okay, so want this right here. I love this. I'll show you what this stamp set is in a moment. It's an old Close to My Heart favorite. Y'all know I have a lot of their stamps. So this will go right here. We're going to turn the stamp. Make sure we get it right here. I want this one sticking out a little bit more. There. And I think I want a little bit up here. Right there. All right, now let's get the top side done. Then we're going to add one other stamp to this. Now, something else you could do is just draw a thin pencil line, right? And it would work. Right here. All right, so now in these same areas, we're going to take a second stamp, and these are both from the same, I need the ink. It is so hard to talk and do a video at the same time and stamp at the same time. This is the actual stamp set. It's called Background Elements, and I'm using these two stamps. And when you add this one on top, it looks really cool. We can put this right here. And remember, the back end is what's not going to show. And I want to vary this just like I did the larger stamp. And each time I'm turning the stamp. And that's looking kind of straight, so I want to bring that out a bit. All right. Already it's coming together, isn't it? And you really don't need a lot of paper every time you create a layout. It's all what you do in the background and what you do when you're matting your photos, in my opinion. In my opinion. Who is Laura Daniels, right? Nobody special except to God, my kids, and my husband. Of course, Mama. She loves me. All right. Now let's flip it back over because we're done. And I had put those dots on here. So we'll put these right back where it goes. I'll make sure I am still centered. That looks pretty good. Let's stick this down. And now we are going to, well, I can't get it straight. Save my life. All right, here we go. So now let's stick these down. We're going to get our tape runner. We're going to put this one right here, right on the edge, coming across. It's always hard getting that top edge when my head is down here and I'm trying not to get in the way of the filming. We're going to put this one right here. All right, there we go. So that looks cool. All right, now we're going to mount this photo first on this. You know, sometimes you just have those perfect days. And personally, I am a lover of clouds. You will always find me looking up when I'm walking or when we're driving in the car. And this month, well, this video is going to post later, but in the month of July here in North Georgia, we have had a heat wave. Oh my gosh, it's almost been unbearable. It's really been awful, but the clouds have been stunning. All right, so now we are going to, let's put this upside down. We're going to set this right at the 7, and I want to come over right there because I want to kind of be even. I like that. And that's at the 8. Make sure I'm straight. I think that looks good. We are going for it. And now we're going to stick this down. It's a piece that came in the kit. One of the things I love about the hip kit clothes is now Kimberly does these sketches. They're not just sketches. They have all the color in them. And that's what I am following. I used it as a jumping off point. And oh my gosh, when I saw these, I fell in love with them. I didn't have 2x3 photos, right? And I had this one photo I wanted to use. So I've used this as a jumping off point, but she does these now in every single kit. And she is so creative with how she styles and she puts these together. All right. So now I want to add the journaling, and the journaling is going to go down here, and I want to go around the edge with, I don't want to use purple, we're going to use pink, I believe. I think that'll look good with the orange there. I printed it in orange because I'm going on the purple and pink. But I definitely wanted to give this some definition since it is white, off-white cream. I'm not sure what it is. It's not a bright white, that's for sure. Putting this right here. And a little more. Normally I wouldn't use a blending brush. I would use one of those round ink. Well, that's not a blender, is it? Okay, that looks better. Laura, just stop talking because you're not getting it right anyways. Okay. And now let's stick this down. And we'll put down what I want coming off the side of it. And it's going to go about right here. Make sure that's even. And I have these two little pieces of ephemera that I want to put coming off of the journaling. I'm going to stick this one right here. Good vibes only. Makes me think of a Beach Boy song, right? Good, 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 good vibrations. I know I'm killing y'all. I am killing y'all. Y'all just need to pretend we are best friends and we are scrapbooking together. All right, here we go. And while I'm mentioning that, if you're enjoying this video and me and all my silliness, please pause it real quick and just hit that like button, giving it a thumbs up, because that goes a long way in YouTube going, okay, her channel is worth promoting. Let's do that, because I would really love to get to 3,000 subscribers and start earning a little bit of money with this endeavor. All right, now see with the butterfly, I'm kind of moving up, bending up the leaves, and we're going to actually draw the antennas. We're going to put a little bit right here. And you don't always need to do it in black. Like I think with this one, we're going to do some, what is this? This is a Stampin' Write marker, and this is Mango Melody. Look how perfect that goes. And I want to grab I think this will look good. This right here is, oh my gosh, a flirty flamingo. Well, there you go. The two colors, they just look perfect here. So we're going to use, these have two different ends to them. You have the actual brush tip, and then you have the thin tip right here. So first we're going to draw our butterfly antennas, and don't be scared to put marker on your paper, just have fun, right? And now we're going to do our path of the butterfly, and I am going to go like this, and I like to do the long and then the dot, long and the dot. And I am not going to do one on the other end. We'll see once this comes together what we want to do. Now we're going to grab this. This is a full-size flower. I cut it in half. And we're going to stick this right here on the edge underneath, so it sticks out a little bit. And this one here is going to go on the bottom, right? See how it's bringing out the colors of the green, the pink, and the orange. We're going to put that one right there. And then we have another, this was like a moth. Now I fussy cut this one out of the paper. When I am taking the time to get ready, prepping a kit, I call it, I listen to my favorite podcast. I cannot watch a TV show because I can't be looking at the TV show and cutting at the same time. So this is what I do. It goes like this, right? Oh my gosh, I almost put him upside down like he didn't know where he was going. All right, there we go. So he's going to be going up that way. Let's draw his flight path. And remember, one of the things I like to do is the line, dot, and it kind of gives you more flexibility to, it's kind of hard to mess up type thing. And if you did all these little dashes, you have to be a little more careful. All right, so now let's take this right here, and I want to put it maybe right down here at the bottom or up here. We got to move the butterfly, move the moth. Come here now. Change my mind. I want to put this up here. And we'll just have the butterfly go a little further up. How's that? Not the butterfly. Oh my gosh. Y'all know what I mean. That's what I say to my husband a lot. I go, you know what I mean. Okay, so he has gone. We have to decide now, did the moth, we could just put him right there. That looks good, actually. I'll put that right there. We're going to, let's do this. I want to put this down first. This is like a 3-dimensional piece of chipboard. See, it already has this on there. She put so many cool things in this kit. I don't even know what to say. I just don't know what to say. Now you see why I did the flight path a little sooner. And here we have a leaf. And all we're going to do is put some glue right down here at the bottom, because this is going to go right up in here. But it'll still have a little dimension because we curled up the leaf. And it kind of goes to that flower. So I guess it should go, wait a minute here. It should go like that better. Or underneath. Let's get real creative. Let's make it look like it really should look. That goes underneath. We'll go like that. There. I like that better. It is the little things that make the biggest difference. And we'll put this right up here. Okay. All right, so let's work on our next piece. And let's have things look attractive for you. You know that's important to me. If you can take the time to look at this screen, then the least I can do is have it look good for you. All right, let's get a dimensional and put it on the back of this flower, and then we have to add the words, which I'm real excited to do that technique on there. It's so easy. All right, we're going to put this about right here, and then I need to put the same kind of leaf because I do try to carry them over. And we're going to stick this under the flower. I am learning. You're going, Laura, put it under the flower. There, and under here, right here. There we go. There we go. And again, I bent up the leaves just a little bit. Let me get this straight for you. All right. Now, we're going to peel this off and put it about right here. Coming out. Let's see. Let me lift this up, kind of decide here. If I put this up here, I'm going to put it right back where it was. Right there. Oh my gosh, Laura. We're going to put that right there. I think that looks better. Now we're going to take this. It says better together. How apropos is that? He bothers me sometimes, but I do love him. And I bother him. He loves me. So let's be fair, Laura. Oh, that's too funny. Let's be fair. You're not perfect. I most certainly am not. Okay. Now, we are going to, I don't think I'm going to use those. We're going to take these right here, and I am going to do them in, oh, this is what I wanted to show you. All right. So I took one of the words and I went over it with 2 different blending inks. So I have pink and I have blue. And I think the pink looks better. So that's what we're going to do. And I think the best way to do it will be to hold it in my hand, cover it with ink, and then glue it down. What do you think? Let's try to be smart about this. And just so I don't get a big blob, we're going to go like this. Where are my letters? Right here. You, me goes first. So we're just going to go over the top, right on here. Can you see this right here? Yeah. Let's do this. Okay. And just watch the magic happen. And see, it's called a resist pattern. So part of it shows the pink and the other part stays white, like a cream color. So let's get our and. And this and has a different print on it. I don't want to do it real dark. And then we're going to do the U. And let me hold this up so you can see it. And this one has dots. Oh, that's so fun. Okay. All right, let me put this away. You know how accidents can happen. Oh, okay, look at this. So see, once I did the ink on it, now it's showing the dots and the edges are darker. So let's stick this on, and I'm going to read you my journaling while I'm putting all this ink on there. Okay. Jerry and I had just started out our walk when I looked up, and let me glue. Okay, right there. Okay, I got to hold this down just a second. And I was completely enchanted by the beautiful blue sky and the fluffy white clouds. It was such a picture perfect May afternoon. Jerry, I said, I yelled it to him, grabbed him because we were walking. I grabbed his shoulder. I said, baby, I said, we have got to take a selfie. It'll make a perfect photo. So then in the rest of the journaling, I write, and so we did. And yes, it was. And I took the photo, and I have just been waiting for the perfect scrapbook kit where I would be able to scrapbook this. And we do want these to line up, and then we're going to call this done. So in the comments below, tell me if you are a selfie taker or not. And if you're like me and you really do love looking up at the clouds, I just think they're just God's handiwork. They are, you just can't beat the color palette of God. I just don't think you can. He is the creator. All right, my friends, I'm going to clear this stuff away. Until we meet again, God bless. Have an incredible day. Don't forget to hit that like button. I can't wait to hear from you in the comments. And until we meet again, stay crafty. Bye-bye.